2 sets in tournament with Azuria as well, so that might also be coming out. Or when it comes down to Sandstorm, though, it's a lot of his matches have been with Mirage fairly recently as well. They're known for playing a variety of different characters as well in tournaments. So I really want to see what Sandstorm really pulls out and see how Megd's character picks go forward with that. And with that being said, we're going into game number 1.
Yeah, you know, we talk about that Azuria pick, you know, 42 times, and he is locking in for number 43.
See how a lot of have to see what characters he's going to be really playing. Megd's known for playing the Val, the Hattori. They've also had 42 sets in tournament with Azuria as well, so that might also be coming out. Or when it comes down to Sandstorm, though, it's a lot of his matches have been with Mirage fairly recently as well. They're known for playing a variety of different characters as well in tournaments. So I really want to see what Sandstorm really pulls out and see how Megd's character picks go forward with that. And with that being said, we're going into game number 1.
Yeah, you know, we talk about that Azuria pick, you know, 42 times, and he is locking in for number 43. And he's going to go up against Sandstorm here, like you said, on that Mirage. And so far, Megd, normally known for being a more patient, laid-back player, is putting the pressure so far on Sandstorm in the starting moments of this match.
Yeah, for sure. And with what we're seeing, so a lot of gameplay coming out of Megd so far. Originally having a lead, but then now Sandstorm having a neutral control so far, and has been really making things a little bit more even. But usually that first rounds, the first stock I should say, it's a lot of back and forth.
Absolutely. Megd looking like he might be the first to take that stock off. Sandstorm, though, staying out of the way of that nair, getting a pogo and turning into a nice string. Oh, gravity cancel D-Light into Sair. He was way down there under Demon Island and still pulled out the positioning. A great stock from Sandstorm.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, Sandstorm using that unarmed gameplay to his advantage so far. Getting that sidelight there, allowing himself to get that spear and try to use the range a little bit with that. You're seeing a lot of the new dashing that's been added to Brawlhalla so far. And Megd's able to read that, get that nice sort of recovery to make things 2 stocks all.
Yeah, Sandstorm threw that weapon away, and it was kind of looked like a misinput off the weapon throw direction. It kind of just threw him off. Megd saw it, was able to get on a Sandstorm in that little misstep and continue to turn up the heat. But Megd, nice little juggle there on Sandstorm with his guitars. He's looking really clean on this Azuria right now. Sandstorm reaching up with the recovery, can't find anything, but catching the sidelight there, but can't find anything else. Megd's doing really good and playing really good position around Sandstorm's movement right now.
Yeah, the speed and momentum that Azuria really has is allowing them to kind of do what he's doing with his character, and he's trying to touch that platform a little bit. He's trying to do some sword neutralize, some sword combos a little bit, trying to take that control from Sandstorm, because Sandstorm can get a lot of his damage build up with that spear on platform. But no matter what, Sandstorm's kind of comfortable with either weapon. Picks up that scythe, gets knocked out there by Megd though. Megd swapping over to those guitars, saying, you know what, I'm gonna weapon starve Sandstorm a little bit. Throws the sword away, and now Sandstorm's without a weapon. Megd's got the guitars. He doesn't really take a whole lot of advantage of it though, does he?
No, that side stick, beautiful dodge from Megd to stay out of the way out of it. Sandstorm's still going to get underneath them with the recovery off of that spear and throw it away, weapon starve a little bit of 4, and take the scythe back. He's going to try and go ahead and chip away at this last stock of Megd. Megd, though, getting on those guitars, and we've seen being able to sneak in those quick strings, be able to rack up damage pretty quick, but Sandstorm's kind of having his way with him here, back and forth across Demon Island.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we're seeing Sandstorm really use their spacing very well, throwing weapons out when he knows they're going to land and laying those attacks whenever he knows they're going to land. Now currently with unarmed, gets the sidelight in, picks up the scythe again, has an opportunity for scythe, neutral air, maybe a dare option, leading into something else. But I think Sandstorm is willing to go a little bit more unarmed than that scythe right now. Swaps over the spear, sidelight, trying to get a knockout option. It's going to be close. Let's just see what happens.
But he's got a lot of room to work with here, though. Sandstorm's gonna be feeling pretty good right now. Just needs any KO option. There it is. Gonna go ahead and take Megd out of game number 1. Pretty good stock lead on him there. Sandstorm was looking pretty good, and hopefully he can try and carry that momentum coming into the next game.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, he was countering what Megd was doing, which is Megd was trying to space him out a little bit, trying to go off the ledge a little bit, trying to break Sandstorm there so he can kind of counteract. But with how Sandstorm was playing, there was no gaps in that gameplay, especially towards the end. And Megd just had a rough time, and he almost has to be counter aggressive to Sandstorm if he wants to counter it. But we're going in round number 2. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Sandstorm did a really good job that last match, balancing out his whole kit. I mean, he even had over 100 damage unarmed. So using all of his tools that he had available and being able to go ahead and secure that dub. We're seeing kind of same of what we saw last game, though. Megd coming out to this explosive start. I think the ground pound would have been good, but he opted to go for that gravity cancel D-Light, hoping to get that 1-2 there and could not get it. Going to pick up that recovery with Sandstorm being grounded. But Sandstorm coming down, picking him up with a dare, throwing him off stage. And Megd's doing a really good job just getting out of range of Sandstorm and looking for his next opening. But Sandstorm going to close that gap with the side sig into D-Light, Sair, and another Sair. Wow.
Yeah.
That is going to go ahead and take the stock, just leaving me for a lack of words there. Great awareness off that spear off a stage and turns into a stock.
Yeah, and that's a big deal for Megd and for Sandstorm there. For Megd, keep in mind, he had almost an entire stock lead over Sandstorm, but then just couldn't get his footing there on Sandstorm. He's having a rough time doing it now. Sandstorm goes too far off that ledge, allowing for Megd to do so, get his footing, get that side air in, and it's 2 stocks all. But Megd's in the orange of that second stock right now, so he's got to be a little bit careful. He's got to make sure he lands a lot of damage build up whenever he can. And Sandstorm's going to try to use its sight a little bit more, use that range. But you're seeing Megd backdash a little bit. He's not going for things unless he knows they 100% land. And Sandstorm's like, nice. Oh, there you are.
Another one. Hit him with a dare. That's going to pull him down. Nothing to come back. Oh, no, Megd, I mean, if he can just get a dodge read or two, he can be able to rack up enough damage to put Sandstorm in KO range, that second stock, who was having a hard time getting anything going with the guitars that time. But we're going to see how the sword works out for him as he tries to go into the air with Sandstorm, and Sandstorm's going to pick him up with a sidelight. Okay, back and forth, reaching for it. Sandstorm, wrong direction, but going to stay out of the offensive from Megd. Getting 2-piece, but can't find the third. He's searching for it. There we go, getting the nice read, but Sandstorm going to shut it down with a signature and toss him off stage. Megd, we're going to recover back up, but is going to get absolutely bodied. He went ahead, turned it around, dared in the opposite direction. Let's go ahead and go next.
Yeah, for sure. And Megd's going to have to find some type of way of getting his momentum back to himself. Because if you're even looking at these replays here, I mean, Sandstorm realistically was being like throwing Megd off the ledge. He was knocking him off like spear. Was it like I think we had like scythe ground pound and the dare options as well. And that scythe dare is just destroying Megd right now. So we'll have to kind of see what happens going forward, going into this next game. But this is going to be a very big deal for Megd. He's going to have to find a way to regain that control of the platform, because Sandstorm's just controlling it like crazy with 369 damage with scythe, 38 with unarmed, and 71 with spear. Yeah,
and it was definitely that scythe. Gonna go ahead and rack up just enough damage to get it done in pretty clean fashion. Megd's gonna have to figure something out. We are gonna see a swap, but is it going to be enough? I don't know.
I don't know either, because it's gonna. I think it's definitely needed a character change. I think he's definitely favoring that sword. We see it with all of his characters that he chooses, like Val and Tori, etc.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of have to see. But we've also seen Sandstorm keep this momentum with spear and with scythe. We're seeing a lot with scythe right now, which is why he's staying on it. But I mean, right now, a lot of the time, Sandstorm is just landing these attacks on options that make these missing a little bit too.
Yeah,
their recovery comes in.
Sandstorm's literally in his head right now. The reads coming off of this scythe are actually pretty impressive.
Ooh.
We say that though, Megd's going to send him off stage, and that dare to the top of the head is going to be enough to get it done. And a Sandstorm is going to be in here with Megd. So right now, having that small advantage.
Yeah, Megd now choosing the scythe here. Does get knocked out there by Sandstorm's side signature with that Mirage. So we might see Megd kind of, I mean, he was starting to do a little bit against Sandstorm with that scythe. So we'll see if he's going to swap to a little bit. Yeah, they're just both going to go face each other unarmed. Megd's going to pick up his scythe. He's going to try to do something with it, but he's also
He's gonna
fighting
try and get rid
someone.
of it.
Look at
He's gonna
Weapon
try
Storm
and-
Sandstorm.
I mean, what else can you do? I mean, he is absolute desperation trying to stay in this set right now. But we've seen Sandstorm has no problem racking up some damage off of that unarmed. But now he has that spear again, and Megd missing with the sidelight. Sandstorm getting a little bit of a punish on it, but Megd's going to throw him off stage, going to try and get an edge guard in. Can't find anything, but going to send him off the other side. Sandstorm going to be able to place back down, and now he's going to go back to work on Megd.
Yeah, for sure, and it's definitely even on these second stocks. You're seeing a Scythe v Scythe right now between these players here. The speed and the momentum they're trying to gain with it. Sandstorm relaying that down like very, very nicely there on the Megd. Megd's able to touch that ledge, but not without Sandstorm getting that recovery knockout option on the Megd. And Sandstorm's up a little bit. Megd's starting to lose his footing a little bit over Sandstorm.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad for him right now, to be honest. I mean, it's not a complete lost cause in this game yet, but being able to take this dub and then 2 more against the way Sandstorm is playing on this Mirage, because he is absolutely out of his mind right now. Oh, as soon as Sandstorm's catching every landing, every dodge. Jeez. All right,
I mean,
Megd.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Megd almost just died off that option Sandstorm took. But Megd's like, you know what? I'm gonna rebuttal here. I'm gonna knock that Sandstorm down to that final stock, and Megd's gonna try to use that Scythe there a little bit. But Scythe v Scythe is for this final stock realistically. Oh my gosh, the movement they're trying to read each other on is insane.
Absolutely, but Sandstorm missing. Okay, they are whiffing. All right, okay. Now that we've got some connections happening again. Sandstorm's gonna pick him up and continue to put that pressure. Caught him with another D-Light. Oh no, Megd avoiding the pogo. Gonna swap positions with Sandstorm, but Sandstorm's gonna push him right back out. Double Sair, that's gonna be the end of it. And Megd is gonna be going down to elimination side and trying to make his way back up.